Greetings, fellow magical wanderers. I'm back with you here again today with a direct channeled spirit message just for you. And I am not aware of what is going to come through. I was just told to come to the camera and press play. So here we are, and I'm going to invite spirit into the space for this channeled message. And I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths while I chime the tuning fork. It is 528 hertz, which is a miracle healing frequency. And oops, let me close the window. It's probably pretty loud in the video. This helps purify and cleanse your aura. It also connects you to your higher self, spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, and it also clears your pathway forward and allows you to manifest miracles into your life. So this is a very beneficial frequency to integrate into your system. So take a couple of deep breaths while I chime, and then we will begin the invocation and begin the message. Breathe in deeply. Inviting spirit in, high vibrational, unconditionally loving spirit, to guide this message today through this clear, trusted, divine conduit, Hunter at this time, sharing a message of whatever is needing to be aware of at this moment in your life. Higher self, I invoke thy presence now, ascended masters, angels, spirit guides. I invite thy presence unto this space and this environment, and communicating through this vessel of Hunter right now. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for the blessings. I am grateful, and go at it. Have fun, spirit. It's usually what we do here is we have fun with spirit, and that usually comes through a lot of different ways. I'm going to take a sip of water first. There's a message on clarity. Perhaps you are needing to become more clear of something in your life. Maybe becoming more clear with your intentions on why you're doing something in the first place, or becoming more clear in who you are, which means you exploring deeper depths of yourself and getting to really know your subconscious and your conscious realms, so that you can best co-create the life that you truly desire. And that's seeming like the spirit that I connect with mainly is really talking about that strongly, is becoming very intentional and clear with who you are so that you can manifest the life that you truly desire for yourself. And when talking about clarity, it's a double-sided coin, because one side is talking about clarity, and then the other side is becoming aware of what is blocking your clarity, perhaps, of what is blocking your way to move forward, what is in your energy field that's allowing you, or you're allowing it to make you remain stagnant. And I know from personal experience, like when I feel stagnant, when I feel like I'm blocking myself, it's frustrating, and it's like it's a feeling like you want to break out of a cage and you know that there's a key in the room, but it's dark at the moment and you can't see where that key is because your fingers are actually really flexible and can stretch long, and you will be able to reach that key with your awareness when you become aware of where it is. But since the room is dark temporarily, aka your intuition, your perception, your sight is not open at that moment, well, it's gonna be feeling like you're trapped for who knows how long. And during this time, an array of things may surface and occur. A lot surfaces in the darkness, especially when you sit with yourself in the darkness in meditation, or literally like in the darkness doing nothing, just laying there and observing all that is coming into your mind and feeling things throughout your body that you maybe perhaps don't usually pay attention to because you're always so active and doing this and this and this. You don't have time allotted to be feeling the slight twitch in your left thumb or whatever. that's a random example, but you know, that's what occurs, and it's very it's just something that is showing you that there are levels and depths that are deeper than what we're just perceiving on the surface level. Of course, everything is deeper and more connected to a truth than it seems. And when we're just taking things for its face and front value, then honestly that can be like living ignorance is bliss, not acknowledging that like there's something more to that. There's something beneath that. There's something that made that up to what it is now. You know, just like you in your childhood, how you were made up, how you were brought up in this life by your parents or by your grandparents or whoever raised you, or if you raised yourself. It literally occurs the same way. It's about your upbringing, how that allowed you to be who you are today. But the things that have happened to you, the experiences, the attachments and all that, those things aren't you. So perhaps you can actually begin to turn on the lights in your perception to where you begin to realize that you actually have the ability to be detached from the self-perceived imprisonment, because most likely your imprisonment is psychological, because truly nothing can trap you as much as you trap yourself in mental looping patterns that make you feel stuck and like you're going freaking crazy. And when these things occur, you know, you can become aware of, okay, well, what's going on in my mind right now, or what's going on in my body that's making me feel this way. And that simple awareness will light up your perception. And all of a sudden, light begins to flicker throughout the dark room, ultimately lighting up the whole room as you become aware of where you are truly and how you're not stuck, because the key was actually right in front of you all along. But it was so dark in this room that you couldn't even see to reach out where the bars were trapping you in. So therefore, if you believed that you weren't trapped and you were just in a dark room trying to find the light switch instead of the key, You see what I'm getting at? Like it was so dark you could not even see the bars that were imprisoning you. So how do you know you were behind bars? How do you know you were in a cage? How do you know you weren't able to actually move throughout the room and walk until you hit a wall and felt around and eventually found the light switch of your perception? Now, this is all metaphorical speaking, but I find that metaphors and symbology and all that really help describe actual circumstances and scenarios that are very relatable. And if we can recognize these things, we can liberate ourselves with anything. We can turn on the light switch. We can open this eye and see that the imprisonment is an illusion brought by the brain and its manipulation and its games that have been programmed in here. Programmed either from the inside, where we've manipulated ourselves into believing certain things that actually don't serve us, perhaps, and make us feel imprisoned, or it's an outside governmental system that is doing that, rather. It's both. And what I am getting at here is take what is in your control, which is everything in here, even in your brain. Yes, you can gain control of your brain. It's called self-control, discipline, conscious willpower, and mindfulness and meditativeness, living a peaceful, harmonious, greatest, highest good of all intentional lifestyle that makes you get out of your brain, out of your looping patterns, because you're maybe feeling so bored or stuck in your life that you are just going over and over and over scenarios and how you're going to get out of this and how you're going to be able to do this, and oh my gosh, this just happened, and how is this going to, infinite amount of questions. I cannot even put a number on it. It's I won't say invaluable, but it's not quite the word, but you know what I mean. Like it's infinite. You can be asking yourself all kinds of questions, but really what it comes down to is how many questions are you going to continue bombarding yourself with until you're like absolutely fed up with listening to that mess in here. You can clean up that mess by cleaning up this mess, by cleaning up this mess in the gut, literally healing your body, and cleaning up this mess with mindfulness and intention and meditation and honestly living more simple in life. Because take a look around at all the people who are living lives that are so involved, like even hyper involved in everyone else's lives. Like this person is involved in 50 of their friends' lives. Now, wouldn't you kind of feel like that can be complicated? Now, I'm not saying having friends is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, pick and choose what you genuinely want to involve yourself in life. Because honestly, personally speaking, in my opinion, I'm fine having a small circle because that literally allows me to maintain and sustain peace, harmony, sovereignty, healthy boundaries, and clear communication and intention and magic in my life. I don't need a whole crowd around me. I don't need a whole posse of friends, 100 plus. Same thing with, I don't need $1 billion, and I don't need a mansion, and I don't need a fancy car. I'm living very simply. And let me tell you, that is most likely the main reason that I'm able to present myself on this platform right now. Because I am peaceful. I am at peace. I am doing my healing work, and I have an inspiring message that is inflamed within me that I feel clear enough and inspired enough to share with the world. You. And always use your own discernment, use your own intuition, take what resonates only, and leave the rest. And I'm by no means prescribing you a medicine or telling you you have your certain condition, or I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist. I'm just a being of many entrepreneurial, humanitarian life passions and directions. So if you resonate with me, thank you. Because it's actually yourself that you are seeing through me. That is how it's reaching in the first place. The things that you're recognizing in this form, which is a mirror, is mirroring back to you parts of yourself. And I want that to just give you the inspiration to see who you really are through your own eyes, through your perception, and through your heart. You can tune into who you really are by tapping into your heart and feeling things that are aligned with what makes you truly passionate and inflamed in life. Like just heart on fire. Not in like a not in the other kind of way, but like what feeling, what emotion, what inside of you makes you absolutely feel connected to yourself? And if you don't know that question, that's fine. That's why you're here. That's why you are here on earth, living a life, having all these experiences, whatever they may have been for you or are, spanning through lifetimes, you know? And there's no limit on that either. But it loops back around to the message of clarity. You came to earth to gain clarity of some sort. And that clarity began to manifest through certain soul evolutionary experiences where you were learning something new. And even past the amnesia and forgetting everything and where you come from and your source and all that, it's deeper. It's on a source level. The source in your center, in that solar center. And I really feel like we came here to become clear at this time. And that manifests in a lot of different ways. But literally and physically, how it's manifesting is the bodies are evolving and becoming crystalline, which means the DNA, dormant and activated, it's all activating as one. Our self-healing mechanisms are activating as we're doing our healing work. We're becoming to realize that we are our own healers. We are our God that we believe in. Okay, like, for example, say you believe in Jesus Christ as God, say you believe in the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost and the Mother, okay? Well, if you believe in that, and you believe it holds power for you, and if you believe it blesses you with life every single day, and yeah, if you believe that, then again, that's a mirror. And you're only able to believe in that because you know what belief is. And that belief is belief in yourself. Belief in your evolution. Belief in your connection to the Spirit. Belief in the connection to that source in which you are believing, projecting onto the outside manifest. It's a mirror. So the moon, the sun, the earth, the galaxy, everything, it's all mirroring back to you. And that can provide all the possible answers you could possibly need from all that self-looping, what if, why, how, when, what? All those questions in here. It can make you go crazy if you don't have that belief system to confide in. And that belief system can be you. You can believe in yourself, liberate yourself, and help others to liberate themselves. Help others by bringing awareness onto them and an inspiration and art and creativity and healing music and adventure and relation and friendship and love and family and unity and nature. Go out in nature together. If you have a friend, I love going out to nature with my friends because we have the most profound conversations in nature. It's just like automatically so potent. It's just as potent as the forest we're walking in. It's so evergreen. It's from that source of evergreen immortality in which nature is. Reincarnation is immortality, is it not? If life is coming back to life again after death, isn't that immortality? If it wasn't, it would just stop after death. Now, that's not to say that that tree or that person is going to come back the same person. It's going to be a totally different form. But the soul is of one essence, which is source, spirit. And we all have that in our source center. And when we connect to that, and we believe it, and we fuel magic and intention and creation into it and with it, and project it out into the world, we can then start creating and co-creating with others. Literally like inspiring them to see what you see in yourself, but not having to tell them like, hey, see this in me because it's in here and you need to see it. No, be you. Simply be you. You don't have to push an idea. You don't have to preach. You don't have to, to do anything. You just be you. And that will naturally gravitate towards you. The ones whom are... Hold on one second, I'm recording a video. The ones who are gravitationally on your same wavelength and magnetically attached and attracted to you. And that is what I believe and what I see can create the peace and harmony and unity on earth that it's needing at this time. So become clear in who you are. To just be simply who you are. And know that that's all you have to do in life, is be yourself. Become clear on who you are. I think that's a good sign that the message is concluded. Thank you so much for tuning in. I speak you have an absolutely beautiful, prosperous, and rejuvenating rest of your day. And until next time, thank you so much for being here. I love you. I'm proud of your journey and your progress. And I look forward to the next time I meet with you. Namaste.